spot. Today we're over by 18th and Olive, over by Rufus King High School, one of the better high schools in Milwaukee. Actually, my daughter goes here. It's a nice school. I grew up in this neighborhood. We're going to take a walk over there a little bit later. But remember, you know, these experiences are best viewed if you have a VR type viewer, like Google Daydream or Samsung. There's a bunch of them out there on the market. But if you really want to be immersed and you can look around inside the spot, those devices make this experience way more interesting. Also, you know, if you have Google, if you have the app, you can, it's just like Street View. You can move around with your finger and you can see the whole scene. All right, let's take a walk. Yeah, this area over here is actually pretty nice. Actually, I grew up right down the street from Rufus King High School. Well, I've been back in like the 70s and early 80s, but it's a very interesting neighborhood. A lot of mostly homeowners and things like that, which is good, you know, because when people own their own homes, they take care of it, as opposed to a lot of the renters who are transient and can give a flying leap about your property. They're there just for the moment anyway, which is kind of sad, because of the fact that, you know, neighborhoods, they really don't change unless people move out of it and they bring in different elements. That's where you get the drugs, and you get the people with no lawns and trash everywhere because they really don't care. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is primarily a black neighborhood. As you can see, most of them are homeowners. You don't see any duplexes or anything around like that. Yeah, it's very quiet. It's not a single soul out. Part of the reason because it's like January 3rd and it's 9:30 in the morning. But yeah, you don't see anyone out around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I did hope you enjoy the polar bear plunge. Many people asked me why I didn't jump in. And it was really because I was preparing for my premiere for the spot. So again, I did jump in 3 times in the past and actually enjoyed it. I think it has some special powers, because usually when I jump in, I don't get sick for pretty much that whole year. Normally I get a cold once a year. I think the years I jumped in, I don't think I got sick at all. Yeah, this is my old neighborhood actually. Let's see. I believe Dwayne used to live here. And this house over here with the green and white bottom, that was my friend Arvin. And I believe Tyrone used to live in this house over here. Yeah, right here, the one I'm next to. And let's see, Tandy used to live upstairs in the house over there with all the trees blocking it. I mean, I should start pointing. Over there is where Tandy used to live. And that house we're coming up to right there, the duplex, that's the house I used to live in. That's the house I grew up in. The house over here that's boarded up, that was Elaine. She used to have these big Dobermans. And then the house over here, well, the parking no dumping, no parking no dumping, that used to be the cat lady house. I guess they tore that down. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's go up the alley. Now, this is a very interesting spot for me as well. Because when I was about, I want to say about, I don't know, I had to be really young, probably around 5 or maybe around 6 or 7. I remember my sister told me to go collect from a customer, collect like in because of a paper route, and it was like the last customer, so she sent me over to collect from him and then come back home. So I come back and I come down this alley right here. Remember, I'm about 5 or 6 years old, and I'm coming down this alley to come home, and these kids come running up to me, and then they grab me and basically said, "Give me the money." They robbed me right here in the alley, right behind my house, actually. And it was different, but man, wow, they put a fence behind it. I think I walked right past it. Wow, let me walk back a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, because this is Elaine's house right here. And I made it to about yeah, this is the back of the house here. I made it to about right here when they actually robbed me, right behind the house, and took the money and then took off. Now, my sister, she knew these kids' brother, so she was able to get the money back, and no harm, no foul. I mean, there was harm and foul because that's how it was, but at the same time, she was able to get the money back, and I wasn't hurt at all. A little different time. Now everyone got guns and things, and that's the first thing they want to pull out, which is tragic all by itself. Because there's, what are we doing? What are people doing? A gun doesn't make you any more important than anybody else, but they want to take stuff from people. Yeah. Actually, it's a nice day out. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but it's not very cold. I got my Milwaukee jacket on. Nice jacket. It has heated panels in it, so you have it where you can turn on the panels. I think it's one in each chest, sides of the chest, and then there's one in the back, and then there's also a hand warmer which heats up the pockets. Well, I hope you enjoy this spot. If you like, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Each week, we'll be bringing at least a couple of videos from different spots from wherever we are. Remember, these videos, if you have a VR viewer, whether that's Google Daydream or Samsung Gear 360 or whatever they call their 360 device, you really can get something, you can really be at the spot. Those devices are actually quite interesting. I mean, it will really put you right here where you can look in any direction.